Cinnamon Life type of morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is November the 8th. True? 7th. 7th. Step back a day. November the 7th.
Let's go back in time.
We're eating Honey Bunches of Oats.
No, Cinnamon Life, dude.
Cinnamon Life?
Yeah.
Like it. The band is back together. And we're going to go kill some big mule deer today. Right, AC?
Yeah, we got a game plan. Casey and I are going into the honey hole.
We're going to the spot that Eric's killed 18 deer in the last 18 years in. Basically, right?
I'm 5 for 5 in this canyon. Last 5 years I've killed 5 bucks, all nice bucks. So we're gonna go see if we can make it 6 for 6.
It's early. It's 4:45. The plan was to leave here by 5:10 at the latest, and we're on schedule. Don't know where BMAC's at. Good morning. It is a absolute gorgeous Colorado morning. Looks perfect conditions once again to chase mule deer. We got another 2-3 inches of snow last night, so things are just shaping up for a pretty spectacular week of mule deer hunting. Me and Eric are headed into a spot. This spot has treated Eric very well over the last 5 years. He's gone 5 for 5 in here, so we're calling it the honey hole. What are your thoughts on this spot, Eric?
Perfect conditions for this spot.
Perfect conditions for this spot.
We got like 3 or 4 guys ahead of us, so.
Yeah, we're a little late to the party, but it's good they beat us to the spot, so they're gonna go out and see what's in front of us, but we're gonna kind of work our way, pick our way through this. There could be big deer anywhere on this way. We have a destination, but there could be deer.
Anyway, there's already a lot of tracks, so.
In between, yeah. So we're just going slow.
Deep snow.
This was all bare yesterday, wasn't it?
I bet this
had a little bit of snow last night, but all the road and everything down low was all bare and it's all covered up again, so we like this.
Doesn't look big. No, it's not big.
Finding deer to try and pick through them. Oh, there's a bunch right there. Eric. Right on that ridge line. Looks like a big buck. Oh yeah, that's a good buck.
Shooter.
For sure. It is. Check your props though, dude. He's too close to shoot. He looks like he's on public, or I'm driving, just barely. Dude, he's giant. Oh yeah, look at this.
Perfect typical.
Fun seeing him though.
Morning, guys. It's a beautiful sunny day in Colorado. A little cold, but quite enjoyable. Mark and I teamed up for the day. We think he might be suffering just a little touch of altitude sickness, which honestly is super common for anybody that comes from low elevation to higher elevation to hunt. We've talked to a lot of guys over the years that we meet out here and on other hunts that kind of go through the same thing. So trying to get them hydrated up and kind of more or less acclimated. Oftentimes it takes a couple days before your body adjusts. If you live, close to sea level, and then you're coming up and hunting above 7,000 feet. Just a little tip, if you guys plan on coming out west to hunt high elevation, if you can, build in a day or two on the front end of your hunt, and it'll just help your body adjust, stay super hydrated, get a lot of rest. Those are probably the 3 biggest things. And honestly, pay attention to your body. If you're not feeling great, don't overdo it. I mean, it can get serious if you don't kind of pay attention to it. So just a helpful tip for a lot of you guys that are planning to come out west for the first time. Definitely do that. And honestly, a couple of days on the front end of your trip will only help you from like the scouting department plus the adjustment department. But we've seen a ton of deer so far. We found a great buck, a buck that we would love to shoot. He is borderline on some private boundaries. We're just keeping an eye on him. There's another couple hunters up in that zone, but it appears they did not see him. And that's another kind of advantage from picking up and sitting down on a high glassing point and just really spending some time behind the glass. Mark and I both are on the Vortex razor spotting scopes, and we're just covering tons of country. These mule deer blend in really, really well. What I like to do is just kind of picture where I'm glassing in a grid, and I'll leave the spotter in that place and I won't move it, and I'll just try to observe any kind of movement. And what you'll find is you'll see one deer, and then all of a sudden you might see another one and another one and another one that might be bedded or turned differently. And sure enough, that's how I picked up this buck this morning. Got a couple other hunters over here that appeared to be shooting at deer. Not sure how that played out for him, but we've definitely heard like 5 or 6 shots so far this morning. And we're just hoping that this buck, he's tending to a doe for sure that he thinks is a little on the hot side. And so he hasn't left her side a whole lot, but we're hoping he slides a little closer to us where it's definitively on public, and then also in a position that we could go make a move on him. So we're going to kind of slow play it, be a little patient, and see if he gets into a better spot. The second part of that is the 2 hunters that I noticed were there appear to be walking away and like going back to their truck. And again, just maybe from the angle or whatever the case may be, they did not see this buck. They're headed the way that will help us, honestly. So we're going to sit here for a little longer, keep an eye on this deer, see if we can like maybe find out where he bedded, and possibly make a move. I know the access point I can get over there to where we can hike up towards him, and then it's just a matter of getting lucky and trying to see them before they see us. Lots of challenges out here on this public land hunt, lots of other people, so it's kind of got to get a little lucky, to be honest with you. We will check back in with you later. I hope Casey and Eric are seeing the same amount of deer and have found a good buck to shoot as well for those guys. So cross your fingers, maybe today's the day.
Guys, lots of deer still. Just found a big buck, like borderline buck. We still have 4 more days after today, and it's just gonna get better and better. This is a mature deer.
He's gonna bed.
Eric said he'd shoot him with his tag.
I like his frame.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's in small fronts, but dude's big. Just has that boxy look. But dude, there's elk and deer all over up here. So we're trying to watch them all, look through all of them. And I think this buck's gonna bed if he does. We're gonna go put a sneak on him.
So guys, this year, because I didn't draw a 3rd season deer tag, because I forgot to apply, I was thinking about getting an elk tag and a really nice bull. I got some phone scope of him. I got some phone scope of this buck too. And he's got the look I like. High G2s, big back forks. His fronts aren't as good. Nice and wide, just a slimer buck, I think. So Casey's looking over a bunch of deer right now, and we got some decisions to make, especially if that thing lays down right there. We'll just have to wait and see, but we got hunters all around us. That's what's crazy, is like, how is nobody shooting these things? Guess they just don't have the right angle, so we'll keep glassing.
All right, guys, quick update. It's 9 a.m. Mark and I have been glassing for a couple hours here up in this point. We've found 2 good mature bucks that we would be happy to shoot. Both of them are going to be a little bit tricky to turn back out because we're going to have to kind of circle in the truck all the way back around, coming from a different access point. One of them is bedded, so he'll be the trickiest because there's a ton of does in there. It seems like picking up the bedded buck before a doe picks up us is going to be a challenge. The other buck, we saw him just kind of skyline over the ridge, so who knows where he's going to end up. The few hunters that are in the area don't appear to have recognized or glassed either of the bucks. So, I don't know. We have a shot, right? We got a shot. We're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go, circle all around, coming from the top, and then with any luck whatsoever, turn up at least one of these 2 bad dogs and see if we can slide in and get a shot. Perfectly gorgeous day. Snowed a little bit overnight last night. The wind is laid down, which is fantastic because that wind chill last night, whew, it was a doozy. Anyways, give you an update once we kind of get resituated.
Well, we've looked over all the deer we can see, and that is ridge right, we're glassing. He'll be across 200 yards, hopefully. I don't think he'll go far. He hit the thick aspens. He'll probably bed in there somewhere. Oh, there's other deer in there. That's where he's going. So there's 2 does in there. He's just following those does. This is gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. I just hope Brian and Mark will come and help us pack it out because we're always in there. Alright guys, we crossed the canyon and now we're heading up the other side. I think once we get to this top, there's a good chance that he's anywhere from 400 to 500 yards. We're just blazing through the snow. There's a lot more snow than it looked like. You're gonna have to be careful once we get up there too, because we glassed a nice buck and I think 3 or 4 does just on the opposite side of this little ridge. So if we play it right, might get a shot right here. If not, we'll keep going on the backbone and probably get 200 yards from him. So let's make it happen. Well, we should be able to see him soon. Unless he's bedded down, but we could see right where he was right now. Well, he's bedded down somewhere up in here. About 300 yards from where we last seen him. But he was in the aspens, but he was headed towards the thicker pine, so we think he's in there. So we're gonna work up, I'll get on that point where we'll only be 150 yards looking across. And hopefully we can see into there where he's at before he sees us, but so work our way up this tree line so we can't see our approach. This is called being very sneaky.
Hey guys, quick update. We made it all the way around and we're gonna try to sneak up here, see if we can relocate either one of those deer. There's a little ledge we're gonna get up on. Probably just slide over it. Spend a lot of time glassing, seeing if we can figure out exactly where both groups of deer went. So we're gonna have to get a little lucky, but the fact that we pinned them down from a different vantage point I think is very beneficial, because where we're at right now, you wouldn't be able to see it for a minute. At least a lot of guys are just driving the roads, kind of glassing out their window. You would not be able to see it by doing that right here, which helps us out. That's an advantage for us. So here we go.
Right, Brian and I, like you said earlier, looped around to get up top and kind of get behind these bucks that we had spotted. One bedded in a little cut. We lost sight of him, but it seemed like he went down with a group of does and bedded. Another big buck came over the top. So like we said, we came up here and we got high, but we might be a little too high. Kind of lost perspective when Brian was just started filming there. I was taking a picture, which is something I wish I had done when we had started out, just because sometimes it can kind of help you figure out where you're at and where you are. But right now I've definitely lost that perspective. So
Should look at the phone scope footage and see if that tells us anything.
oh, you mean like we recorded something?
Yeah.
That could be helpful.
Let's look at that.
Hey. Right there. In the aspens. You see him? Yeah, it's starting to move. Just barely did. They're the aspens. Okay, he's going left into the timber. No, he stopped. Okay, he's starting to move again. Watch right here. See him? Oh yeah. Smart sucker, he's going up into the pines. Going right at the bottom too. Oh, it's like 3 fawns. So that buck this morning was chasing those little fawn does around. And last place we saw was one of these pine trees. So I started looking at all the tracks and they all looked like they came down this way. And so we popped up here and I was trying to look down. I thought he'd be with them, but Eric got him moving through these aspens up here. He was going from right to left and we thought he was gonna pop out through the opening, but he hit the timber and went straight up the timber. Bumped another 4.9 stole that 4 points toes. And I think he worked his way over the saddle. And that's the recap of the morning's hunt. That was fun though. It was way fun. I asked Eric, I said, did we push the envelope a little too much? Like, should we have sat and just waited? But we both agreed that we like to get aggressive. Be aggressive. B-E aggressive. Yeah. So I'd rather miss out on a deer by being too aggressive than sitting back, waiting, and not ever getting a chance.
Me too.
That's why we should become best friends.
That's right.
Got to the rock, the designated rock we were trying to make it to, and we found all the deer except for the buck. We got a small 4-point and a bunch of toes and fawn. We know he was right there with them, close by, and we just can't find him. He'll pop out though, hopefully. Because we finally found him. Came up the hill a little further. We finally found him. He's 300 yards and headed up. It's got some thicker branches and stuff around him, but that deer is right in those trees. I don't know what else to do besides just set up and hopefully he gets up. He'll get up. I'm just looking for a good rock I could lay my backpack across. Yeah. Right now. I'm on him. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he just turned. He's right by that doe now. Freak, it just died. You don't got your charger, do you? I don't. Well, if this goes down, phone Skope, Eric's phone just died. Dude, the freezing cold just nuked it. I got it in my pocket. He's still covered up.
You want me to stop him?
Right. Hold on.
He's gonna have to jump this log.
Ready?
Yep. I think he hit the log right in front of him.
Where'd he go?
Same spot, same spot. Didn't move.
I can't see him.
You just gotta find him. He's still there. He didn't move at all.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Oh, smoked him. Smoked him. You drilled him.
You on him?
I'm on him. He's down.
He's down?
Uh-huh. He's down, buddy.
Whoa. That was intense, man. That was a little intense for me. I've had a lot of weight on my shoulders from this hunt the last couple years. Made some bad shots on deer. I told you guys when I started this hunt, worked really hard to get in better shape and keep my cool a little better this year, and that's where the whole motto of slow it down started. Just need to slow everything down, but also enjoy it. I enjoyed every second with that, buddy. Thanks for coming with me.
That was awesome. Dude, that first one hit that log right in the kills.
I thought it was clear. 300 yards. Yes. That took a lot, I'm not gonna lie, for me to be down on him and just waiting for the perfect, because there was a couple times I was like, I think I could squeeze it through there.
You're patient, that was good.
You kept me patient, man. Thank you.
Casey's so excited to get over there. I would be too. Here we go. Going to get him. Case. There he is, buddy. Done deal. Wow. teeth are all crooked and stuff.
We lost one.
Yeah.
Look at that. He only has one molar.
Really? Man, what a buck.
Look at that.
What a buck to take, huh?
One more.
Jeez.
It's a good one to take out of the herd, I think.
Yeah. Wow. This is the off shoulder. So it's perfect.
McElroy Brian.
You dirty dog!
Got him, man.
That's a sweet looking buck, dude.
He's a stud. He's old.
He looks old and wide.
Yeah, he's probably, dude, we're thinking he could be at 30 inches.
Dang.
Flipping
He's a
sweet.
stud, man. I'm so excited.
Did he
So
finally stand up out of his bed then?
Yeah, we sat there on these cliffs forever, and I was like, man, we got to do something. I'm gonna freeze to death.
And then so we just started moving up, and Eric made a freaking phenomenal spot, and there he was. Just didn't have the angle first time.
Just like that buck from a few years ago, I hit the log. It was covering him. Like I hit a little low, but it would have smoked him through the heart.
Yep.
Just hit the log, and he just stood there. Then that shot, I smoked him. Took 2 bounces, and down he went.
That's awesome.
Dude, nice work, man. Dude, his horns are the darkest horns I've ever seen. Have you ever seen horns that dark? He's a timber
All
buck.
the way through, he's timber.
He's a timber buck. So we're gonna get slicing and dicing. Dude, nice.
Yeah.
That's a lifesaver.
Dude, that's a flipping stud,
Yeah.
Casey. That's so cool, man.
Thanks,
Oh
dude.
my.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, we're still trying to turn up those 2 bucks from this morning, man. They're bedded down somewhere in the sagebrush. We just can't find them.
They'll stand up here in about an hour, I bet.
That's kind of what we're thinking. A lot of guys driving by, but
Yep.
I don't think
All right.
anybody knows that these bucks are bedded.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get going so we can try to get out of here before dark. So we're all the way up on top.
Okay.
All
Good
right,
job,
man.
brother.
Thanks, man. We'll see you guys tonight.
See you tonight. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness, guys. I couldn't be more grateful for what an absolute amazing animal. This thing is old. We say this every year, but these Colorado deer for some reason have just a little bit bigger bodies than the deer we're used to hunting in Idaho and Utah, but this thing's a giant. Look at the wrinkles in his neck. Look at his gut. I mean, he has 1 molar left in his head. He has only 5 teeth in the front. We've been very fortunate this year, guys. We killed some old animals, which is super cool. When you set out on a hunt, you always want to try to hunt the mature animals. And we were lucky enough to find this guy this morning and harvest him. I couldn't be happier.
Beautiful buck. Well, we're gonna chop him up and hopefully get out of here before dark. Sounds like B-Mac and Mark were on some good bucks this morning. They're still trying to turn them up. I'm sure with a little more light loss, those bucks will stand up. Hopefully those guys can put one down. That'd be super cool to get 2 in one day. But what a blast.
Guys, we finally turned up one of the bucks from this morning. We've just been moving real slow. Glassing. Mark and I spotted it right about the same time. I saw like the antler flare in the sun, and he's like, dude, I think it's standing up. I've got some phone scope footage going on right now of him. He's a rad buck, super tall. Just need to figure out how to get over there. There's some hunters, just those same guys from earlier, that we saw are just over here to our left a little ways. I'm not sure if they see him or not, to be honest with you, but I feel like if we close the distance on him, we could get in a position to shoot him. The only real negative is there's a lot of deer between us and him. Here we go, see what we can come up with.
What's up, everybody? Final update. Brian and I are just sneaking out of here. We relocated that buck tonight, that big buck, and we got to about 1375 and decided it's getting kind of late. We actually kind of lost him and decided to back out. So we're going to try and slide in here early tomorrow and see if we can't turn him up. But super nice buck. Beautiful night and a lot of deer out. So that's cool. A lot of deer moving. So it's pretty neat to see.
Well, guys, we're loading up to get out here, and it's just a gorgeous evening. We've got a herd of like 50 elk. No, I'm not kidding. Like, there's some bulls probably 60, 70 yards from us right now, and a whole bunch of cows. They've been up there mewing. They don't seem to care about us. but we worked hard to take care of the meat. We got everything, and we're probably going to be able to at least get our hike started before dark. So we're just buttoning everything up so we can get out of here. Great evening though, man. That was cool. There we go. I got 2 hindquarters, all the back strap, and some scrap meat. Casey's got the head cape, 2 front shoulders, and another bag of meat. So we'll get it buttoned up and get out of here. There's one there, bunch up there. Literally a group of bulls working their way right through the trees right there. Glad we're not packing out one of those things. Those things look giant up there.
Well, guys, we got the whole deer on 2 packs. Eric's a good guy to have around when you have a steep and heavy pack out, but we got it all loaded. I've got the head, 2 front quarters, and the back straps. Eric's got the 2 rear quarters and all the loose meat, so not too bad, but it's steep and there's a lot of deadfall blowdown, so we're gonna go slow.
Yeah, we need to be careful.
Just try to get through this blowdown before it gets dark.
Yeah, let's go. Well, guys, we're making the journey out of here, and I'll tell you what, that buck looks so good on Casey's back right now. I've been staring at it the whole hike down, which this thing where we're on right now is so steep. I took 1 spill back there already, so we're just trying to be safe and go slow. Look at that beast. Oh man, that buck reminds me of like the good old days. What a slammer.